damn phone.
What's going on, people? Hope everybody having a good weekend, man. Got a guest on the show today. You gonna introduce yourself? Go ahead.
Yeah, man, my name is Zaba, and I live here in Santiago, Dominican Republic, and I've been here for 4 years. I work over here, and that's about it.
How life treating you over there?
Everything is good, man. It's better. This fan? I got a fan going. Is the fan a problem?
It's not a problem on my end, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Uh, I can't even hear it.
Well, that's great. You know how it works over here. They have air conditioning in every room, and so they don't just when you do a house, you just don't do central air and heat, which is really kind of efficient when you think about it. You just do the air in one room usually. A lot of places are like that here, you know.
Okay.
So this is my office, so I don't have an air conditioning in this office.
Hey, I understand, man.
Yeah.
So you mainly just keep your AC in your bedroom. Is that how it works?
Yeah, exactly. That's how that works. And it works out for me. And electricity is a lot cheaper as a result. That goes what I say
Wow,
right there.
Okay.
wow.
I think we got
What's
Dre.
happening, man?
What's
Dre,
I'm
happening,
just getting.
Dre?
What's happening? What's happening? I'm just getting off. You hear me? So
Oh man.
yeah,
Dre over there doing the
I
million deals and stuff.
I had a meeting. I couldn't even listen in. All I could do is listen in. I'm just getting off. The meeting just was over. The meeting normally go about another 20, 30 minutes. I'd have been able to speak my little piece or what I had to say, but I'll keep that for the next meeting. What's going on, gentlemen?
Hey man, good to see you, Dre.
All right, right, right. Well, shit. Y'all see me? I'm
Yeah, we
looking at a
see you.
black ass screen. All right.
Yeah, we can
Oh, we
see you,
see
man.
you.
We just started actually, man. I don't know, I had a problem connecting with the live, man. It kept giving me these prompts and stuff, and telling me to download
Uh,
and stuff. But I'm on now.
yeah, man. It just seemed real fucked up. I missed the whole meeting. I just got off, and now I'm on the live. As long as they don't take it as I missed the meeting, they come to the live. We good.
All right. You had a video
So,
meeting?
yeah, yeah. We got a video. We got a live thing. The same thing that we should do for the WTU. We need to get that same little hookup.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like we can actually do the same type of call with WhatsApp. Yeah, actually.
You do a group call where everybody's in the call.
Yeah, everybody on the same page or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Everybody speaking in real time with one another rather than it be you got these two over here on live and you got these other niggas that's in the chat room coming up 6 or 7 seconds behind and shit.
Yeah, got you. Well, we have to hook up with you and see what that's about, man. But you can introduce yourself too. Let the people know who you are.
Talking about me?
Yeah, most of them know you.
Oh, oh man, I'm the one and only Jedi, you know what I'm saying? I'm Drees, the Never. See
That's
me on my
funny.
channel at Drehart. That's Drehart. And if you're looking to go on that Columbia trip or going to be in Columbia during the time frame that we're going to be there, I need you to get online and get onto the Facebook Messenger page and message me at August Hart. That's AUGUSTHART. This is Drees, Jedi.
That's what's up, Mr. Jedi Drees.
And also, if anybody that's looking to help me with donations toward travel, music, and editing, you can also hit me up at PayPal at paypal.me/Andre Hart. That's ANDREHART. I forgot to put that one in. So what is tonight's subject, man? I know
Well,
I talked to you. I talked to you about it. I said I heard what it was about, and I forgot what it was about. But I remember saying I might have to go get drunk for this.
That's funny.
yeah. All right. So the night topic is we're doing a response video to the guy named Jap Minister, I believe. Yeah.
Uh,
He talks about guys going overseas, traveling, spending money on women. You don't agree with it. You think you should always talk a woman out of pants or whatever the deal is. And he just basically he putting a big knock on brothers that's traveling. So we trying to respond basically what he was saying and give your own thoughts on the subject matter. So basically, you never did see the video?
no, I just started checking out Minister Jap. He was saying some good stuff about how gay hoes is messing up this club and all that shit. I can understand that, but uh, you got to look at well. I seen some of this stuff. I'm gonna get into talking about the videos and whatnot later. But yeah, I seen some of this stuff, but I only been checking them out recently. You know.
Okay. Well, he pretty much calling everybody simps. If you pay
for what?
If you pay for pussy, and you basically knocking everybody, So that's basically what he's saying.
Right.
You got a little buzz going around the YouTube community about it.
Well, let me ask you. I ain't seen the video. He been out of the country?
No.
Well, I'm gonna say this. Well, I was about to get ready to do a Dream Speaks earlier, in which I was gonna say it's a lot of people who lay up there and do a whole bunch of black traveler hate is coming from the people who not traveling. So with that said, that's like another reason for me to say, why the fuck am I worrying about somebody that can't govern nothing that he can't control? I can see he went out there in that world and did something different. Now if he go to Sasua and start pimping, yeah, then I'll listen to that. But
no,
the women in Sasua emulate the women here in the States. What are the women in the States we got to deal with? Hoes. What are those bitches walking on Pedro Casate? Hoes. What's the problem?
I listen to it, and I kind of have a different take on it. Like I said, I live here and everything. And let's say guys who do go out there and they're paying for it. I would say it like this. They're at least buying what they want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I used to have a guy who I used to go to school with in college, and he would sell these trinkets, right? And he would put it on your neck. He was like, man, that looks good on you, man. I want you to have that. I want you to have that. And then before the conversation was over, he would force it on you. He would be like, oh, that'd be $5, please. And, I wasn't even interested in it, but he was forcing it on me, right? And so if that's what guys want to do, if they're buying what they want, or, because in the States, a lot of guys feel like, women aren't selling what they want to buy, And, you know what I'm saying? And like my grandmother, right? My grandmother, she used to be like, I didn't want the food, but she made me eat it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, and you got guys who are hating on other guys traveling because that's what they want to do. I remember a couple of years ago, Obama had a clunker program, right? And where you were turning these it was called a clunker program.
Oh, all right, yeah.
And if you tired of that clunker, go get you a new car. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's that simple. And so I don't really, just like you said though, Dre, There's a lot of guys who haven't traveled, ain't going anywhere, and so they don't
But that's
really understand all the variants and dynamics why guys go out of the country.
right. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm just happy. Was a person that just realized, you know what, I'm gonna get me a passport and go ride around the fucking world. I didn't have to go look online and see all this shit with these hoes to understand maybe this ain't the place to be. I kind of knew America was getting shitty, like a little bit right before Obama got in there. So it's just that I waited for so long to go get my damn passport. Now,
And
no, now after being out there in that world, I wish I'd have went ahead on and got my passport when I first thought about getting it. Cause
you
I first
know,
thought about it around 2009, 2010, but it wasn't. I was happy and content traveling inside the United States. That's something that a lot of these cats need to do as
you
well.
know,
They'll chill out on that foolishness too.
and I think the guy on the video he was talking about. I mean, even Jap was talking about the things that you could do in the states and that kind of thing because Jap doesn't understand. And what a lot of, for instance, my sister came to this country to visit me on vacation, and she kept saying to me, thank God I'm an American woman. Now I'm gonna tell you, and I know you guys get that. And the reason why is because in many Latin American countries, uh, 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 it is kryptonite to sisters. And these two women, Latin American women and American women, are irreconcilably and socially different. And this is what a
Right,
lot of these men do not understand. Um, I've heard men say, I've heard men tell me this personally. Their worst, their worst Latin American prostitute was better than their best girlfriend in the States.
no,
That's deep right there.
it ain't
You
deep.
know,
That actually kind of elementary
Yeah,
because
you know,
because you could because if you could get $50 to get one of these Dominicans and one of these Haitians to fuck you, suck you, and then get up cooking clean, that's about a week worth of what a black chick can do. And that black
mhm.
chick gonna cost you maybe $100 to $150 more. So I kind of understand that statement as is. It don't have to be
Yeah,
encrypted. It don't have to be sophisticated at all. I understand.
and and not
Go ahead.
only that, and not only that, brother. I mean, it's really, there are a lot of brothers who who travel out of the country for companionship. I mean, think about that for a second. There are brothers who are celibate. I know more brothers that are celibate than single, in America. And it's so bad that they have to actually leave the country in order to find women that are agreeable,
Right.
you know.
yeah, that's
Richard Pryor, and I'll tell you another thing, because for me, the whole prostitution thing, I don't really do that, I ain't into that much like that. And Richard Pryor said something. He said that he said a long time ago when he went to Africa. Think about this, and I know you brothers will understand this. When he went to Africa, he had he didn't see no niggas, right? And so I know, when you think about it, when you're over, a lot of brothers travel for companionship with other brothers. The camaraderie that you feel with other brothers is serious. I mean, and I guarantee you that you see more brothers happier here amongst other brothers than you do in the States. You don't have to really watch your back with other brothers. You're not on there's a huge degree of veneration and dignity and approbation that brothers have amongst one another when they're over here. The social bonding and the camaraderie is special.
yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't think
snap
I've
off for
ever
a second.
seen I don't think I've ever seen men happier than in Latin America? Black men. Have you? Do you think guys are happier in Latin America, or you think they're happier in the States?
Every brother I seen in Latin America, they was raving about it. They was telling me how good it is, and cost of living is so great. So I have to agree um, with you on that one, man.
Hmm.
Definitely have
And
to
not
agree.
only that, not only that, Richie, you know, for a lot of brothers, it's their first time actually to living. You know, some brothers, because think about it like this, bro. America is so repressive. America is a repressive country, and even in regards to sexuality, you know, as an older brother, because once you become over, 50, or you get a little older, you can't express your sexuality at all in America, and so and there's a certain degree of freedom that men have, and just like I said, some men want to live before they die, and so that's a variable also of why men come overseas and travel.
That's right.
But that whole thing with Minister Jap, it would have been good to debate with him, or to kind of get into his psychology, because he was basically putting brothers down who travel and go and be with prostitutes. Even though, like I said, my mindset isn't there, but I can fully understand most men's psychology. And I said this to you earlier, Rich. Malcolm X, in his autobiography, in his autobiography, he said, which isn't a really grand statement, but after I read it and thought about it, it really means a lot. He couldn't understand why, educated men would risk everything. He couldn't understand why guys would have a family and be looking for hoes early in the morning. He had no he couldn't understand why men would do that. And from a socio psychological standpoint, he said that a man's greatest urge is to simply be a man. Now, I would submit to you, when a woman is able to make a man feel like a man, he'll be more. How can I say this? He it's a great thing for him. In other words, uh, even though she might be a prostitute, she still
All right,
treats
Miss
him like
Helen.
a man. She still treats him like a man, whereas in his wife or his girlfriend may not treat him like a man or respect him like a man. And that is important to men, to just simply be a man.
That's for sure.
Because I'll say this, when I say a man's greatest urge is to be a man, it's not only sexually, but emotionally as well.
I agree 100%, man. And like I said, man, if a man works hard, take care of his responsibility, he should be able to do whatever the hell he want to do. If he want to stand
Yep.
on the corner and give his money out, and nobody should judge him. Nobody should put labels on him because he's living his life. And that's how I feel about it. And I mean, if these women in America, they make it more and more difficult to be with them daily because of their actions and the stuff they do. Man, they take you to court, drag. I mean, just all kind of stuff.
Right.
To
I
give
mean,
you an
because
example,
Richie,
give
go
you an
ahead.
example. If you see the brother Sean McCoy, we talked about him
Oh, we
earlier.
talked about that earlier. Yeah.
You got a woman staying in your house. You gave her probably millions of dollars, and it's time for her to leave, and she don't want to leave. Like, I mean, it's stuff like that that make you want to go find something else. Like, find a different place and search in different areas. you know, for women and see how it is, you know. So that's another reason why brothers are leaving and traveling, because they get treated differently, entirely different, you know. So
Right. And you know, and this is gonna sound uh kind of, you know, think about it, just like you were talking about, man. I mean, a lot of sisters' attitude and that shaking their head and that whole attitude is the basis of their identity. You know, that is misdiagnosed as strong, whereas in they've lost their femininity. Femininity is dead, bro, for a lot of women in America, not only black women. For a lot of it's dead. They don't even value femininity. But the thing about it is, that's why a lot of brothers are leaving and hopping the fence. And you'll find a lot of, for instance, middle class and elite brothers. I personally, I think they seek femininity. You know, rarely are there conversations about these brothers. Usually, when you see brothers on the news or they're studying brothers, they're studying those poor, uneducated brothers. But when you talk to brothers who kind of got some things going on in their life, I think most brothers want a submissive, feminine woman. Now that may make people mad, but I believe it to be true. And not only that, you know, a lot of sisters are competing. A lot of sisters are competing with men, and men don't want to compete with women. When women enter male spaces, and I talked to you about this earlier, when women have male energy, unless you a faggot or gay, you don't want to be around other male energy. You don't want to have anything to do with that. And so Shahar Ali said it best too. She had said that the lack of respect for black male authority is the crux of a lot of problems amongst African American men and African American women. You know, and you don't want your authority challenged as a man. You don't want to be, the last thing we want to do is fight with a female, either it physically or emotionally. We don't want to do that. I think most men who have some degree of manhood do not want to be fighting or engage in any type of warfare with a woman.
that's right. That's right. Because nowadays a woman feel like they can slap you, run you over with the car, they can throw hot grits on you, and you ain't supposed to fight back, or you ain't supposed to hit them. And that's how society, they preach that nowadays. They try to,
It's so bad. It's so bad, Rich. Think about this. Are we even authorized to practice self defense as black men to black women or to women? I mean, we can't even defend ourselves. I still hear guys say, never hit a woman. Really? I mean, no matter what she do, are you serious? No matter what she does, you know, in this country here, women are raised to compliment, nurture, and respect men. That is not, matter of fact, I'll put it to you this way, and I'm going to ask both of you guys. I've heard in my lifetime of people going, we need to respect women. We need to respect black women. I've heard that throughout school, throughout my life. Have you ever been in a group of women and heard that in reverse?
hell no. Only after they done got some money from a brother. Like, yeah,
Dre,
girl.
you gone? Dre gone?
I guess he's on mute right now, but
yeah. Yeah, I have never heard that, especially amongst a group of women, that we should respect black men. When I think about it, and you know, Rich, that's kind of sad when you think about it, and
yeah.
and think about it like this: how how many brothers uh, uh, once you come to a Latin American country or certain countries, you at least have a sense of patriarchy, or you feel it at least in your spirit. You know, you don't have to fight for respect. You just get it out of the door. You know, and how many brothers in America, you see a guy married for a long time and they're in America. It looks like they've been in war for 30 years. And not only that, they become socially isolated. How many men right now, sitting out there right now, are socially isolated?
And it's so bad. I know brothers that's married, man. They can't even meet me at a bar for a drink, man. They can't even go shoot food, man. As soon as they get home on Friday, they hand their check right over to the woman.
You're
They like
right. And
they like indentured slaves, man.
exactly. You know, I've heard of, I think I mentioned this to you earlier. One of the most powerful men in the world is Jay-Z. Okay? He has a lot of money. He got a lot people when people talk to him, people snap. You know, people jump. You know what I mean? They do what he says. He's the boss. But only not with his wife. You know, she's making videos about, you know, hitting them and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, you know. And so, America has a way of castrating a lot of men, bro. Not only through that, not only through socially with our women, but there are structures in place. There are infrastructures in place that castrate men. You know, what? You know, almost all men know. Almost all men, we just accept it. Well, if I get a divorce, because the court systems are so biased and so against me, I just got to give her everything. We're not even willing to fight because we already know the court system is so slighted towards us. You know, so it's not easy being a black man in America because you got to fight these folks, and then you got to come home and fight your spouse emotionally. That's serious.
Yeah. And I mean, I know right now we kind of women bashing. Not all of them like that, but
Certainly.
majority of them are like that. So that's another reason why brothers are traveling. And yeah, they tricking off. They spend a little money on the girls. But I mean, it's like if you're in America, you take a girl out 2 or 3 times. I mean, you don't spend 100 to $300 in 2 or 3 days.
Exactly.
All right.
Exactly.
If you're on vacation for 4 or 5 days on the beach in DR or wherever you at, if you're in Colombia or whatever, you don't have time to work and take out a girl on 3 or 4 dates. So you trying to get some convenient fun.
Right.
You're helping her, she's helping you,
Right.
and you're enjoying your vacation, and now you got icing on the cake. You know, so
Exactly.
that's what a lot of guys are doing. They're going on vacation instead of going to South Beach, Florida, spending $300 a night on a hotel, and spending all this time on the beach. And most likely, you probably won't score that night. They're doing just the opposite. They spending that
And not
same.
go ahead, Larry.
They're spending
And
that
not only
same
that,
money on a flight. You can catch a flight to DR as cheap as $300, between 300, 600 to maybe 750 on the average cost of a ticket. I mean,
right.
you can get you a nice little cheap hotel, decent hotel, $50 a night, and you end up spending 1,500, $2,000 on your vacation, and you got a story to tell. You know what I mean? But,
Exactly.
you go down to South
Exactly.
Florida, and you'll end up in your room beating your damn dick because you didn't get lucky that night because this damn black woman didn't want to give you the time of day, or she just asked you all these questions. The first question they ask you, so where you work at? What kind of car you drive? Did they ask you that in DR?
No, people don't ask you that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't have to have a car,
Yeah.
But yeah, man, definitely. I mean, definitely. I think, but regressing back to the whole Minister Jab thing, man, it's just a lot of dynamics because why guys go is layered. It's not, not one reason, you know what I'm saying? Because after all, man, think of it like this, Rich. I mean, let's say if guys, sex is just gonna always be sex, right?
Yeah.
But it's your the value, how can I say that? It's the value of your experiences is important. The quality of life is important. I mean, think about it like this. I'd be willing to bet, and even though he's younger than me, I'd be willing to bet my quality of life is better than his. I'd be willing to bet that. And so you have to look at your quality of life also, and I just wish somebody, but you know what? Just for conversation's sake, I'll be an advocate for the devil. I'll say, let me try to figure, or let me try to at least make an argument on why he may have been right, just for conversation's sake. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah. Go ahead. Proceed.
Okay. It's hard, bro. I would say this. I would say this. I would say this. I kind of do believe this too, Rich. Um, like once you find out a woman is a puta, right? All right, and to some degree, you won't take her too serious. It's a level of respect that she'll never have with you because you see her as a prostitute. So to some degree, you will never respect her on a level of I'll marry her, on a level of I'll bring her in my circle of contact, meet my mother, that kind of thing. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay. So I would submit to you that a lot of prostitutes look at tricks that way, right? They may look at a guy and say, because he will go in his pocket, there's a certain level of respect that he can never get from me. For instance, and I said this to you earlier, and the reason why they call it a trick is because basically guys are paying for what other guys get for free. And I can tell you unequivocally, there are a lot of women who are prostitutes here who will prostitute themselves and who will prostitute themselves, but at the same time, they ain't asking for money from other guys that live here. So how would you, if I was, but I kind of feel that way in a way. But what would be your rhetorical? What would be your response if someone said if that was their take? Because they're in the long run. I believe I know what you're gonna say because I know what I would say. But what would you say to that?
All right. Rephrase the question again.
Okay, what would you say to well, you're a trick because you're getting tricked to pay for something that other guys get for free, and so therefore in the long run the women aren't going to respect you. So what would you say to that?
Well, my response to that would be, um, if a woman's, if she's willing to sell me sex, then she's not worthy of being a wife or whatever, In my
Right.
eyes, I would look at her like that. Now, I wouldn't just throw her away to the wolves, but because people in desperate times, it calls for desperate measures. So, I mean, maybe a woman could be in a position where, hey, she's about to be out on the street, and maybe she done that. You know, I wouldn't judge her all the way to hell, but you know, I mean, I would look at her as something as a tool. I wouldn't wife her up.
What would you think of? What would you? How do you feel about? Well, she doesn't. She'll never respect me. What would you? If that's the argument?
Well, yeah, I would think she would never. She would always hold that in the back of her mind. She probably wouldn't respect me to the point where, um, I mean, I would think it would be the same. She wouldn't really want to be with me for the long term because maybe she feel like I'm a trick.
I don't know, but then again, bro. Um, there are a lot of women who are tricking, and they're seeking a husband. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's so.
they end up marrying a lot of tricks when you think about it, though, Rich.
Hey, that's true, man. That's true.
you know,
Well,
but my response would be, so what? So what? She doesn't respect me. If I was arguing that point, or from the guy's standpoint is, let's say, yeah, he getting it for free, but he got time. I don't got time. I got 5 minutes. Let's get it popping. So that would probably be my two arguments right there. Some guys don't got all that time for all that. You
yeah.
know.
I'll give you a short story. I went out with a girl. This was several years ago. I met her at the mall. I took her out. We went and like had a quick little dinner somewhere, and then afterwards we went to a bar and we danced and man, we had a good old time. Bought us some drinks and everything. And long story short, came back to my spot, and so I'm thinking like, yeah, man, we got a great vibe, everything cool. I'm about to smash. So
Mm-hmm.
so I go to make my moves on her, and she say, you know what? She said, I don't fuck for free. I said,
Oh
what?
my gosh.
I said, so you out here trying to make some money and stuff like that? She was like, yeah, I just don't sleep with guys for free, man. So at that point, man, it
Wow.
just seemed like I live in Atlanta, so it just seemed like so many women nowadays they doing it, they tricking off too. So they, like you said earlier, they not no better than the average person doing it either,
That's true.
and they doing it in a lot of them are doing it in private. Just like this brother, he's saying that he's getting on brothers about tricking, but who's to say he didn't take a similar girl home like that? And she said, well, I'm charging. I mean, you already there. You hard, you horny, you been drinking, you got pussy right in front of you, and you got $50 sitting on the table. So what do? You don't give her that 50 and have a good time, or you just say fuck it and tell her to go.
Right.
Yeah, I don't believe
And
everything he's saying.
that's just what I was about to say. I don't believe everything he's saying. I think, like I say, like anything, a lot of things are layered. Just like you were talking about, some women may just be struggling, and they may be in a situation, and they may be in a situation, or even in reverse with guys. But I don't know if I believe everything he's saying either, bro.
Hell no.
You
Old
know.
man once told me before, it's two kind of people that buy pussy, man. Those that say they do and those that say they
That's funny. That's
don't.
funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. You
So
know.
I don't believe everything I hear, man.
Mm-mm, mm-mm. But you know what though? That brings up another issue. How much prostitution is going on in the United States? I mean, not walking the street, but just those situations that you were talking about. How much is that going on?
Man, I'm sure. Well, here in Atlanta, I want to say out of every 10 women, I say at least 3 or 4 of them gonna do something like that, or they willing to
Wow.
do it. Of course, man.
Wow,
It's
bro.
temptation, man.
Wow, man, that's deep right there. So you think it's way bigger than uh than most people think.
Hell yeah, man. I see it, I live it, I know it. I see what goes on, man. You know, I talk to friends and talk to people, man, and
Wow, that's
these women out here, they getting it, man. They getting it, man, for
wow.
real.
But let me ask you this on a. I think about this sometimes. How does prostitution benefit a society or is a detriment to society? And I'm asking you from a male's perspective, not just, I'm not only asking you your opinion anthropologically, but I'm also asking you your personal opinion. So, from a social standpoint, how do you feel? Does prostitution benefit or or is a detriment? And then give me your personal opinion and
All
how it. When I say your personal opinion, how it affects your life. But give me an overall opinion first.
right. I feel like prostitution should be legal in the United States in certain areas. Like you should have certain areas where it's
Red light
legal.
district. Right.
Yeah, you should have it where it's legal. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's gonna go on. People gonna have sex.
Exactly.
People gonna pay for sex, and it's just gonna be what it's gonna be. And I know guys that's married and they go to different countries on the sex tourism side, and
Right.
you know they fulfill all their fantasies. They get all their little, get the little rocks off, and they come back home and they enjoy and still enjoy their wives. They get back to reality. That's what I want to call it. But it's like heaven over there in DR,
Right.
man. So like a black man heaven. So, but I
How
think
can you
go ahead.
how can you come back from the DR and be the same man?
Well, a lot of these guys they get away like once a month, or they get away pretty often. So it's like they got the nice, beautiful wife at home, but also they get to play a little bit. So it's a good balance for them, and they don't have to run around the streets of Atlanta and mess with these girls, and they can do their little business way over there, and they don't get back. So that's because like a lot of guys, I mean, if you got a lot of money or you got a lot of status, and let's say you Jay-Z and you mess around over here, and it gets back so fast, like in the States, the word gets back. But if you're all the way overseas and, you know, if you're not famous, nobody know you went over there and you come back, it's all good. You leave all your dirt over there and you
I
back
see.
to the family.
But you think prostitution would benefit society because are you saying, I don't know if I'm hearing you clearly, I don't want to put words in your mouth. Are you saying because men would have a release? I don't know, for lack of a better word.
Well, I tell you a few things prostitution would help. A lot less people getting raped. Um, I think it'll save some marriages because, like I say, you got these wives over here and they talk shit about guys traveling for sex also, but they don't want to spread them damn wings when they supposed to. Especially when guys
Right.
are married, they want to
Right.
go into this. Oh, I'm celibate right now. No, this crap. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
what I notice is in the Caribbean countries, the girls are more sexual. They're a lot more sexual, and you can probably speak on that more than me
Yes.
because you live there. But it seems like they're a lot more sexual, and they take care of their men sexually. And a lot of guys just are not sexually satisfied in the states by these women. You know what I mean? So that's why
Yeah,
they
yeah.
seek. That's why they seek out to other countries that that's more freely to where the girls are more freely to give it up, basically. Than
Right, right, right.
yeah.
You know, man, um, I don't know, man. That's a serious question. Does it help or does it hurt? But I can say this. There are a lot of men, bro, who do a lot of things as a result of sexual frustration, especially young men, you know. They do a lot of things as a result of being sexually frustrated. So certainly, I'm in agreement with that. I've said this before that the men can. I mean, the United States is a sexually repressive, socially repressive country. Um, I think on some levels it would benefit society. I do overall. I think it would benefit society if it were legal. And then, not only that, think about it for a second, man. All this porn on the internet, all these women walking around half naked in the States. Now, you tell me, how, how can pornography be legal but prostitution be illegal? I think from a legal stand, I think from a legal standpoint, think about this, bro. I really believe that this is the. I'm not a lawyer or anything, but I believe the legal standpoint is that it is for entertainment. That's what makes it legal. So you telling me all I got to do is get a camera and somebody sign a contract and get legalese up, and therefore it's okay now because I got a contract and I'm legal. I'm legal. Everything is about, man. That's so paradoxical in the United States, in my opinion, and so hypocritical in the United States, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, I think uh, if a guy has options, even if he has to pay for it, I think it's a help to the guy. Really.
Yeah, I think like you say, man, it's easy for them to tax porn. It's damn near impossible to tax prostitution unless you got it in like brothels or something like that. But I think that's
Yeah.
why I got a problem with it because they can't get their greasy paws on some of that money, you know. So
That's
I think that's the problem,
that's.
man.
I would think. I would think a lot of men want the guy's sexuality caged up, and you can gain from it. Dudes will marry you. Dudes are married. Dudes marry women uh, for sex. Dudes do a lot of things for sex because they're sexually repressed. And if they weren't sexually repressed, there's a lot of things they wouldn't do. You know.
You're right about that.
I mean, there's guys that have never had an opportunity because they may just be an average guy, average looking guy, or whatever, and they never had an opportunity to be with a 10. But if prostitution were legal, they would have the opportunity.
That's right.
you know, I think that I certainly believe that uh, uh, men are at least men over here are happier being men. I think they're happier, even though they may not have as much money. I think they're happier. You know.
Yeah, it seems like that, man, because it seems like in the Dominican Republic, man, people they are like less stressed out, less. I mean, even though they don't have much, they work with what they got, and they don't get depressed. And I don't know the rate as far as suicide and stuff like that over there, but it seems like people over there they can have a little bit, but nothing, and still have a good life. And
Right. I read in an article about 2 years ago that Dominican teenagers were the happiest in the world. Now they beat out the world. It's about what 180 countries, give or take, más o menos. And so that says a lot. And these teenagers aren't wealthy. They were the happiest. When I walk down the street somewhere, or if I see kids at a bus stop or whatever, man, they ain't wilding out. They ain't fighting one another. They ain't stabbing one another. They ain't wilding out. They ain't all in the street crazy. I'm like, and I think about that. I'd be like, wow, you know, So yeah, I think people are generally happier here, though. To be honest, I know I am. I know I am. And not only that, bro. Going back to why men come here. I mean, look, man. I'm sitting up. I'm eating watermelon, but I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you my refrigerator. You want to see it?
Yeah, yeah, we will see it.
All right. You eat better here. I mean, you have the opportunity to eat better here. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff isn't like chemical. I'm gonna just show you my refrigerator, bro. I'm gonna change the camera. All right. My house is a lot cheaper. Okay, for instance, I'm gonna turn the light on. Like,
Anybody seen Dre? Where Dre at?
like for instance, right?
I'm here,
I
man.
got, I got, I got, I got some mangoes that I just pulled off the tree, bro.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, I just pulled them off the tree, right? And then not only that, look here, I'm eating watermelon. Been eating watermelon since we've been talking, right? I got another one waiting on me, and I have this is a papaya, all right? They call it lechosa right here. And I got oranges, I got cantaloupe. This is my refrigerator, bro. I got peaches, I got lemons, you know. I got grapes down here. I got tomatoes. I got apples. What else? Uh, Another type of apple, onions right there. I got some. I'm lost for word. This is you know what that is, Dre. How can I not? How can I? Uh, it'll come to me. I got onions there. I got jalapenos there. This is my refrigerator. Potatoes, a lot of fresh food is what I'm getting at. Look at it. I got onions down there. So the food is better. You know, the food is better too. I think the food is better. You
a lot
know,
less antibiotics and stuff.
right? I believe that. I mean, I'll tell you what happened, man. Uh, the lady that I bought some property from, one day I was sitting talking to her, and a chicken just came by. Man, she grabbed that thing up and was like, she had chickens running around. She was like, yo, here, take this. Just grabbed it by the leg. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, y'all can
So,
catch the chickens down there. You can't catch the chickens out here.
he was just that close. She was like, take this. Like it wasn't nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so the food is I think the food is better here and it's cheaper if you know where to go and know where to shop, you know? So that's another thing why guys come too, It's the standard of living is to me is good, you know?
I mean, I remember I was in Santiago one time and I went to a chicken place and I bought like 6 pieces of chicken, um, French fries for 2 people and 2 drinks. It was like 250 peso. I was like,
Right.
man, and,
Right.
it's crazy. It's cheap.
It's cheap, It's cheap. And so I think that's a reason. Actually, a lot of Dominicans come back here once they uh once they retire or whatever they're working, they'll come back here and they'll live here.
Live like a king.
Yes. Uh-oh, somebody coming in.
God damn, it took long enough, right?
Now we got a
What's
brother.
up?
We got a
Shit.
brother that's against all this tricking and stuff. He's not about that tricking.
Oh, well, that's good. We can talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yep.
Hey, listen. All right. Look, first
He's
off,
part
this
of the
royal
Jap
illness.
minister. He's one of the Jap minister moderators.
You
Okay,
talking about
cool.
yo, peace, brother. First off, my views that I express is purely mine, nobody else's, man. So, let's roll with that. And anybody else is gets tricking. Here's the thing, man. I don't even look at it as tricking, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you on vacation, man. You out there to enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Tricking is like me taking some chica and like, going out and not getting nothing out of the deal, man. I'm getting like I'm gonna keep it PG-13. You know what I'm saying? Getting something out of the deal when I so-called trick or pay money, for adult fun and shit. So we'll say, you know what I'm saying? And
Hmm.
my thing is this. Um, again, I'm not trying to like count nobody else's pockets and all that and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? We all do what we do. My thing is this. My thing I am against with tricking is don't make that your sole um don't make that your sole way of getting with women. Me, I like gaming. I like, the thrill of the hunt, talking to women, you know what I'm saying? And actually, to be honest with you, like conquering a woman and getting her into my bedroom is almost like better than actually the sexual activity itself. So I'm gonna make it be clear. I'm not saying go out here and pay for women and then do make that your only source of getting a woman. Nah, you know what I'm saying? But my thing is this: to have that option, it kind of like quells the feminism part because let's face it, us in North America, man, our problem is women got way too many options, which I'm not against. My thing is a man should have options too, okay? So by a woman having so many options, she can afford to be quote unquote a bitch, you know what I'm saying, or have bad activity, bad attitude, you know what I'm saying, and be rewarded for bad attitude, and then yet and still it's still gonna be a man to sit there and he's gonna reward that bad attitude with attention and sex. 'Cause let's face it, we both like sex, both men and women. You know what I'm saying? About these cats here in the States, like these Instagram thoughts, man, they throw up a picture of them like kissing the camera. And this 1,800 like damn likes. The cats, ooh, I drink your bath water. Ooh, I'll suck
Yep.
your butt. I'll show you all this shit, man. My thing is this: prostitution and kind of levels the playing field. And again, I'm not for just paying for the P exclusively, and that's all you do. But the thing that so-called tricking or prostitution does, it levels the playing field. So these chicks out here that are displaying bad behavior, they can see that, oh man, a man has another option. Like, if I'm like acting silly, he can easily just go over here, drop that dime, man. Not on no rat shit. That's some, drop the money. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And
Right.
not even have to deal with me at all. You know what I'm saying? So again, I'm not for just just go out here, pay for the P, and then that's your sole source of getting the P. Okay. But I do like the option for men to be able to do that because again, it levels the playing field and it makes it to where these chicks can't just be all out B and then you know, still get rewarded for being a B, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my position on the joint.
It sounds like you're in agreement pretty much with what we're saying, don't you think, Rich?
Well,
Yeah,
I missed half the conversation. My fault for cutting in, but I was like trying to get on the panel, so I missed like half the damn show. But yeah, let me know y'all standpoint though.
yeah, son, but I was just joking when he came on.
What's that?
Oh,
I was
I
telling him I
thought,
was just joking when you came.
yeah. Well, my standpoint is that I kind of feel exactly the way you do. But I do. I feel there are a lot of social psychological issues with sexual repression in the United States. I really do. I think a lot goes on as a result, and that would be some guy's way out. It's some guys, man, who are crippled and or they might be dying, and their only wish is to just be with a fine woman. And pretty
Yeah.
much the only way to do that is to be with a prostitute. But when you say don't let that be your only way, I have to agree with you on that. I have to agree with you on that. I agree with you 100% on that. Even if a guy's out there tricking or whatever, if that's all he does. Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that.
Yeah,
I
at
think
that
that
point
in
it's a
itself
crutch.
it creates its own issues because then you're involved in these pseudo relationships all the time, and you don't know what a real. You can't relate to the opposite sex. You don't have because you don't know what a relationship is
Exactly.
because you got this pseudo thing going on all the time. So
Yeah,
I
man.
agree with that. I agree with that. You know, I
So,
don't think.
but my
Go
fault,
ahead.
brother.
Go ahead.
My thing is this, man. As far as like cats like shaming cats for doing so, here's my thing, man. Number one, don't be the D police. First off, a man even like worried about how another man does his business, man. It comes off to like I said in the chat the other day, man. It's like some jilted lover type shit, man. Like, why do you care how a man, you know what I'm saying, does his thing? Now, on the other end, I'm a play devil advocate. Like again, back to these cats that all they do is trick. You know what I'm saying? It kind of like messes up the playing field because it makes it to where these women feel like that all men are gonna like put that money down to be with them. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand 100%, but at the end of the day, I'm like, bruh, you know what I'm saying? We all men here, man, and I can honestly tell you while we might be good friends, we can be like the best of friends. I got friends from 20 years, yo, 25 years. But guess what? I can care less how they do with their woman. What they do when the four walls of their bedroom, man, is so far from what I'm thinking about, man. I really don't care. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, devil's advocate. I understand both sides, man. But just for a man to have his options, man, because women got all, let's face it, in the wilderness of North America, man, women got all the options, man. And they can sit here, they can go like they can have stories like how Stella got her groove back, and she go over there and get some, young Jamaican cat with 18 inches and shit, man. Oh, let's celebrate it. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's saying how she got that, man. Like I said, she paid money to get over there too. She might not have put money in that dude's pocket, you know what I'm saying? But she paid her money to get over there too, and enjoy her playground. My thing is this: man should have the exact. Since we in the age of equality, let's be equal with it for real, 100%.
Right.
Nobody gets an
Be-
advantage, man.
because when it comes to sexuality, women have always held the cards, and now with the advent of social media and guys traveling, women don't hold all the cards, but women hold all, and women have been more sexually free, I believe, than men. There's a study came out. Years ago. And it did it said that women had more sexual partners before 18 than men. It was hard for me to believe, but started looking at it, and now I do believe that.
Yeah,
Hey,
man.
welcome to the board. Got Jay Kills on the board. Introduce yourself,
Hey,
bro.
JKL.
Welcome, brother.
Jay, can you hear me?
So, I can hear you.
I'm about to turn on my light one time, man. Hold up. How we work this phone? I'm a technological caveman right here.
So, Jay, you've been listening, man. What's your opinion on the topic, man? The brother hating on brothers going overseas and paying for play and all that. So, what you thinking, man?
Look. I'm not gonna get into the political part of it.
Hold on, Dre. Jay, go ahead.
I see this one says if you pay more in the States and you pay way more, it's just that the money's being used differently overseas than it would be used in the Mayfair. You know, these chicks are spending it on bags and outfits. You know,
Yo, you breaking up real bad, brother.
type.
Real bad.
You breaking up real bad, brother.
So it ain't only me then. Jay, you got a better connection somewhere else in your crib?
Yeah, let me
That was
give
me
me a
talking.
few minutes to
All right. Go ahead, Dre.
Y'all hear me?
move to a better
Well,
spot.
Go ahead,
well,
Dre.
I ain't even get.
But let me ask you, brother, have you gone? Have you kind of spent time overseas?
Who
You
that?
talk to?
Who that?
I forget your name, the brother with the glasses.
Royal Illness? Me?
Right? Yeah. Have you?
Oh man, yes, sir. Yeah. And that's the thing about it. Like I've enjoyed, I'm not as well traveled as some of these cats in the group, but I've been to Bahamas and I've been to I just got back from Sasua like about 3 weeks ago, you know what I'm saying? I've like went to other little places here and there, but as far as international travel, I'm kind of like I got like 5 countries under my belt. That's about it.
As a result of just going to Sasua, are you a different man as a result?
Yes. Bro, I talked to I was saying in the chat, like, I got back 3 weeks ago, bro. I'm out, I'm enjoying the drink. My Kentucky Wildcats, yeah. I just got through watching my Kentucky Wildcats do their thing, man. But, like, as far as, like, going out to nightclubs and, 'cause I used to, like, hit the bar. Like, I'm not a nightclub guy, number one. I'm a bar guy. I'm a bar and lounge. I like them type of environments, you feel me? But since I got back,
Hmm.
bro, I don't even, like, want to. Look, last night, I was, like, debating on myself, like, hey, do I really want to go out? And I really didn't want to go out, but I pushed myself to go out. So I went to a bar, Patch Pub or whatever, man. And these cats, like, I walked in, and guess what I did? I wasn't there 3 minutes, and I walked right back out, man. Seriously, and this is like a pub that I've like frequented many times. You know what I'm saying? And I done pulled like mad, chicks up out of there and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't feel
So,
that energy, man.
but see, that's what we were saying about the whole Minister Jap thing. This guy and this guy hasn't gone anywhere, and so as a result, it affects your psychology. And not only that, for instance, if you travel, if you travel, you've gone to places like here, you have a different you come from a different base, and it's
Yeah, man.
very difficult for me to convey to brothers. It's almost like trying to tell a woman how it is to be a man. Like if a guy hasn't gone anywhere, it is very difficult to convey to him. Does that make sense to you?
No, it makes a
And
hundred
so
percent sense, brother. one
and
Hundred
so
percent.
and so this is why I think the whole Minister Jap thing, I think he would have credibility. I think he would have credibility if he had gone to, 4 or 5 different places where it wasn't sexually repressed. And
Yeah,
not
man.
only that, and not only from the sexual standpoint, but just from the social and the emotional standpoint, the camaraderie with brothers and things of that nature. And that's why I don't want to discredit him or be negative or put him down or anything that nature, but um, he would have much more credibility if he had gone and been in a place for some period of time.
I agree. Like I
You
said,
know,
I'm not. Look, I'm not in the business of telling a grown man, what to do with his life and shit. You know what I'm saying? How he should have his fun and shit like that. But I am against. Like, look, I got friends. Like I told you, 20 years plus. I try to even get out of the country. And cats, look, they would rather go to what is it, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and get a chalet in the middle of the summer, mind you, than to come with me over to another foreign land. See, I'm about challenging myself. You know what I'm saying? Yo hablo poco español. That means, of course, I speak very little Spanish. So
mhm.
when I got there, it was like a culture shock. You know what I'm saying? but yet still I like the challenge. You know what I'm saying? So for
Your
cat,
reference points change.
yeah, man,
Yes.
yeah.
I
And
mean,
like
you
for a
know,
cat
you
to, I'm
go
sorry,
ahead.
like for a cat to downplay the importance of number one. Why as a black man would you tell another black man or woman, you know, that oh you shouldn't travel? You know what I'm saying? Oh, let's be clear. Cats
That's
ain't
right.
just traveling. Cats ain't just traveling for the pee, man. Like
Right.
cats are like
And I'm
traveling
gonna tell and
for
I'm gonna tell and I'll tell you this too, brother. You know, and this is no homo, but bro, as a result of being here, man, I love black men. I love black men, and
respect.
you can't feel that in America like that. You know
Nah,
what I'm
man.
saying? It's so
Nah.
everybody's so on edge, but being here, man, when you see a brother, you be like, you just connect, and it's just
Yeah.
it's a
Magnetism.
but I'll give credit. I think a lot of it is brothers who are raggedy ain't going nowhere anyway. So most of the time you're running into good brothers. Most of the time you run
Mhm.
into brothers who ain't doing a lot of criminal stuff, and so
Right.
you have an opportunity to mesh with brothers. But I'm
Yeah, man.
telling you, over here, where you will fall in love with brothers in a way that you have never connected with brothers.
Bro, I'm gonna say it like this. The whole WTU, I don't know if y'all brought up the whole WTU community thing, but ever since I've been a part of this community, man, like just seeing, bro, just seeing the or just experiencing joy on cats, of course, we don't see each other like face to face like that, you know what I'm saying? But just experiencing the joy of a cat, like, yo, I'm about to like hop on this plane tomorrow, man. I'm about to like be in another land. I'm about to go to, Sasua, about to go to Colombia, about to go to Philippines, I'm about to go to Africa. Just to see and hear the jubilation in their voice, bro. And then number
Yeah.
one, number two,
Yep.
we not like we support each other, man. It's like, okay,
Right.
we
Right.
about to get a
Right.
soldier off in the field, man. Salute.
Right.
Salute to
Right.
all
And
my
not only
international
that,
travelers.
going back to Jap, and I wish he would come on here and debate. Going back to Jap is, bro, when you over here, you see Jap. I'm gonna go ahead and say it, man. He got that negative energy going on over there, and he's just when you hear him, it's just straight up negative energy.
Mm,
And when you come here, you don't got that. Brothers ain't on that negative energy. They leave that stuff at home most of the time.
yeah, man.
So that's another thing that I think he's missing out on. But I'm gonna tell you, Jap, if you hear this, you need to travel a little bit, bro. And I guarantee you, bro, if you travel and you go to certain places, you will come back a different man.
I agree.
You got
That
You
is
know,
somebody. You got somebody in the chat room asking what's the WTU.
come on, man. If you don't know, you need to find out, man. You know what I'm saying? World travelers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't sit on a block and like try to be king of the block, man. Like we trying to like stick a flag into this whole planet we call Earth, man. You know what I'm saying? And if
Mhm.
whatever land I move to, as long like because number one, you gotta have respect to travel, man. You gotta have respect to the land you
Exactly.
traveling at, man.
Exactly.
You can't just show up like the typical American, and be like, "Oh, I'm American. I'm a Black American." Ah, you good, hon? Yeah. You can't just show up like oh, I'm American, so you treat me and you talk my language and you can't do that, man. Like you got to have respect for the lands that you go to. So it
That's
takes a
right.
lot of discipline to travel. Let's be honest with you. And a lot of cats
Right.
don't have discipline, man. Like I said, they rather like sit in the little 2 block radius of wherever they live
That's
at,
right.
and then
That's
like I
right.
said, I stuck the flag in the planet Earth. Nah, man, you the king in your
That's
hood.
right.
Like I said,
You
DMX said,
know,
you your
you
man in
you
your own
you
hood, man.
that's right. And not only that, think about this, brother, and I know this is gonna resonate. You value yourself more now than you probably did before you were traveling. I got a son, man. I got a son, man. My son in his 30s. He never left the country. He's like, and he's with a girl, man, got a body like a pickle jar. Okay.
Yeah. All right.
Man. And I know if I can get him to travel, I know I can change his whole life. You understand? I can change his
Yeah.
whole life from just coming to see me, bro. Just that alone. No words can't do it. No, nothing can't do that. He gotta actually come. Minister Jack, look, man, you need to come. You can come stay with me for free, bro. Come on over here
Wow.
for 3 days. I got you, man. I got your food. I got you. Come on over here, minister. Come on
Hey,
over
so
here.
brother
What
man,
you got to lose? All you got to do is get a ticket, bro. Come on over this weekend, Minister Jack. I
yo,
guarantee you, when you go back, you're going to be talking different, bro.
brother
Yeah,
Tariq,
yeah, ain't gonna go.
are you like not in the Matrix? Are you like in are you in DR like right now? Or are you in a
Bro,
different country right now?
I'm in DR right now. I stay over here.
Ah man, salute, man, salute. I like to be there right now, man. So you're not even experiencing P. Have y'all talked about PVD yet? Because it done hit me hard, man. I can't.
But
This
you know,
Columbia trip. Go
I
ahead, bro.
tell you though, bro, I was telling Richie, like I don't deal with prostitutes, man. But because my level it's another level, man. Once you stay here, it's a whole nother level. Just like I'm trying to convey to my son who's never been here or brothers who's never been here. Once you live in a place, it's another level that you can't see until you be here.
Yeah, man.
You know,
See, that's
and
another thing. Like, see, cats got to realize, like, when a cat goes on vacation, man, me, like, the maximum time I've been out has been 7 days. Okay, so okay, let's say 7 days is like the average, man. A lot of cats, they ain't got a lot of time to be sitting here gaming and like, trying to court a chick and let's go out on a date and can I get some roses and all this, man. You there for 7 days, man. You there
right,
for
right, right,
7 days, man. So it's a
right,
lot different than a cat like you who is in
right,
it, like you there and you there for the long haul. So you can like afford to be like, okay, with I can like game these chicks, and see like how far my mouthpiece can take me, man. But a lot of
right.
cats, like I said, if you there on vacation, man, it's like, look, I'm here for 7 days. I'm trying to like pack my itinerary to the fullest while I'm here. And if a chick is over here and she's like, look, okay, whatever, I ain't gonna say no prices on here, man. I ain't gonna blow up my man Richie's spot, man. But like, if y'all agree, to do some adult fun at a certain rate, man. Don't pay too much. But look, that's between you and them. Like you there to have fun,
Exactly,
man.
man.
Like the beaches and the scenery. Trust me, that's like I'll be honest with you. That was like 85% of me being there, man. I just wanted to be there and experience the DR because some of the cast that I've grown up with, they've been there. I haven't been. I try to get them to go over, or not them, but like my friends to go over. It didn't work out, so I'm like, okay, I'm out of here, man. But
Hmm.
to get over there, if you got a limited time to be with, in this certain area, man, you're gonna try to like pack that to the fullest, man. So, you know, but I do agree with you. Like I said, like if I had it put it this way, if I had it my way about it, man, I would more likely want to go over there, game on chicks, like I said, and do that type of angle, man. But like when you working with like limited time, man, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna do what I need to do, and it's open. You know what I'm saying? Like it's legal, it's open to do. You know what I'm saying? So why not, take advantage of the opportunities being put forward to me? So that's my thing, man.
Right, right, definitely. And I can unequivocally say this, bro. I'm happier now than I've ever been in my life. I'm happier.
I can see you with the DR flag in the background. Yo, peace to the black
Yeah.
men. Peace to look. They don't want the black men to be happy, man. And I'm not just talking about our community. You know what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
it's really a bad thing in our community. I will say that. Like, for a woman can go out, not just black woman. A woman can go out and she can like date anybody she wants to, whether it be, their own, whether it be interracially, whoever that may be, man. It's like, hey, that's the woman's choice. But as soon as the black man gets out here and finds his own thing going on, man, then it's a problem. Then it's like, oh, you abandon the community, and what about black on black crime? Oh, man, shut up, man. Let a black man be happy. You know what I'm saying? And look, just like any other community, I want to be with my own. Okay. Like ultimately, at the end of the day, I like to find me a black woman who she's, submissive. When I say submissive, I'm not talking about being weak. I'm talking about feminine. You know what I'm saying? So I want to, but yet and still, we can come together for one common cause and make this relationship work. That's really what I want. But if it takes me to go overseas, to soil my royal oats, literally royal illness and all that, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of here, man. I'm not sitting here. You're not gonna sit here and shame me, man. You're not gonna do it.
We talked about that, and I said earlier, many Latin American countries are kryptonite to sisters, man, when they come here. I mean, sisters be looking crazy to the mug when they come up in here, bro. Because they never had to compete. They never had to compete, and they are irrevocably, irreconcilably, and socially different than the women here. Yeah. And so, I told Richie earlier, I've heard that their guys have had their worst experience here, and their worst experience here preceded or was better than their best experience in the United States with women. We kind of talked about that a little bit earlier about femininity, for the most part in America, isn't respected and is dead. Really, it's really dead. I mean, I was saying to Richard earlier, like, men don't, unless they're gay, they don't want to be around masculine energy.
Nah, man.
The most important thing for men, I would think, and I would think upper class and middle class men, is they seek femininity, and a lot of, and not just black women. This is white women.
This is United States problem, brother.
Once they get to America and they are in that infrastructure and looking at that television all day and learning, bro, their femininity becomes nil. I don't want to be, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard, bro, being a brother in the States, let alone being a man. It's already hard being a man, but it's hard being a brother, bro.
Well, I'm gonna say it like, hey, Rich and Drees. I guess Drees got his cell phone.
Drees on pause.
Let me say this. Let me say this for the camera, and let me give this disclaimer, because you know how some people be. Not all American black women are like this, okay?
No.
We talking about the ones that are, though. If you're not a part of this conversation when it comes to, like, being hyper masculine or being ratchet, because I gave up on hood rats like years ago, bro. If you, but yet and still, if you're not on that level, black woman, look, I'll take my glasses off for you. This is not you. It's not you. We're not talking about you. You know what I'm saying? But surely, if you have two eyes, even one eye, you can see the climate in America and why, some bros, like some on this panel, speak the way that we speak, man. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing against you personally, but the climate we live in, number one, is 100% gynocentric. And if you don't know what gynocentric means, you got a dictionary on Wiktionary, whatever.com. You can look that up. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's just to the point. Go ahead, brother.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying it's to the point to where, number one, men, period. But we speaking about black men right now and how cats are being called simp and trick and all this. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why cats is like taking their talents on the road, yo. You know what I'm saying? Like, because again, let's say that you are that black woman who's the diamond in the rough. A diamond in the rough is rare. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta realize the rarity of finding something like you. You can't just walk down the street and then a wholesome black woman is gonna fall out of the tree. You know what I'm saying? It's not, you gotta do some actual like some digging, man, some gold digging, like, and I ain't talking about, chappy your daughters and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about actually going out there and finding that woman that like suits you. You know what I'm saying? But to do that, it takes work. And also to do that, then women got to present themselves to us men. You know what I'm saying? Because contrary to popular belief, this whole narrative where, oh, ain't no good black men out there, it's a lie, yo.
Right.
It's a lie. I can speak for myself. So
Right.
again, not all black women are like this. And if you that diamond in the rough, yo, peace to you. You know what I'm saying? And we love you. We need more of you. Okay.
Right.
Word.
My
Well,
daughter was saying something to me, and she was like, she was, look, it's not difficult. Men aren't that difficult. Look, I told my own daughter this. All you got to do is submit, close your mouth, cook and clean, keep yourself in shape, and you're winning.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that difficult.
But brother, everything you said in the mind of a basic
okay.
black woman. When I say basic, you know what I mean. Everything you just said is sexist and no. You trying to you and your male toxic, you and your male toxic, and all this, man. Like, look, man. You see, this is why we travel, man. Like, seriously, this is why we travel. Cause a man, at the end of the day, he wants peace amongst his life. A man, I ain't talking about no boy, no, whatever. A man wants peace. And for a man to have peace with a woman, man, it's gonna take stuff like that, man. Like I said, when I come home,
Right.
make sure the home front is a peaceful atmosphere, man. And
But
you cleaning, it doesn't make you any less of a woman, man. It doesn't.
no,
Seriously.
but the thing about it is, it's almost sad that we're afraid to say what we want. Like, like, that's not asking for much, right? I mean, we all have roles and things that we should do. So if they're saying it's sexist, that's just their opinion or whatever. I mean, there's things I need to do. And so, I'm gonna be okay with that. If these are the things I need to do, these are the things I need to do. These are the things, you need to do. And I don't really see it as sexist or putting anybody else down or anything of that nature,
Yeah, man.
You
Hey,
know.
so brother Rich, brother Dree, how y'all feel about the situation? We heard you chime in a while.
Well, I was
What's your
trying to
thoughts, brother?
time and I got cut off every time.
Go ahead, Drew.
I was trying to.
My bad. My bad, cuz.
It's all good, but it's been so long, I done forgot what the damn question was. So I'm just gonna go back to where I was the last time I got cut off, and I was cut off in the point where I was talking. They was talking about something about the why is it like this with the women and what was my personal thoughts and all this here. The only thing I got to say about it is that hoes are winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the whole thing. They not emboldening these women to be women no more. They're emboldening these women to be hoes. Period.
Wow.
And here it is, we going to the other around the planet to go mess with a bitch that's emulating the motherfucker that's around the corner from us.
Mm,
So the only
damn.
thing we got left to do is to get over there and let these people know. I'm not trying to hate on the women that live around the corner from me, but before it affects what's going on around the world, let me tell you what's going on around the corner from me. You know,
Yeah, man.
but like I'm saying, hoes are winning. So the only way you keep these hoes from winning is uh uh divest. And definitely don't invest no sperm in them. That's about the only thing you got that once you get that up, it's over for you as a man in America. How many times have y'all heard, hey, if not for your dick, you wouldn't be shit? Go. How
Bruh.
many of y'all heard that before?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
You know, yeah.
two points I want you to elaborate on, brother. Hoes of women. Elaborate on that. I want to understand your psychology on that. And another thing, though, I'll make this really short. You know, that is one of the worst things that we can do as men that keeps us impoverished by having children and we not with that woman. Boy, that child support system don't play. And that keeps a lot of men broke. But go ahead, elaborate on that point when you say hoes of women. What do you mean by that, brother?
I wouldn't say hoes or women. What I'm saying is hoes are winning.
Oh, winning. Oh, okay. Damn, that's
But
Oh,
as
you
different.
far
thought he
as
said women? Nah.
Yeah, I thought you
Women,
said. That's what I thought he
man.
was saying. Winning.
Hey,
Hoes of
flawless
winning.
victory at this point. There's some Mortal Kombat type shit going on right now, man. I'll be honest with you. Between the
cause see,
go ahead, brother.
cause it's like, with these women and women, and they go to the courthouse on you. They tell the judge that he ain't paying the bill and all this stupid shit, and here it is, the kid don't be his. And he done went did 9 months in jail, ain't made no money, and all this other kind of stuff. Then while they in jail, they turn the kids against the father of the child, and by the time that kid's 18, that kid is the same ignorant motherfucker that the father was. So, and and the whole time, this woman is sitting back collecting the check. Once again, hoes are winning.
Yeah, the cycle continues. Like,
Right.
yeah, man. I can agree,
Yes.
brother.
Yeah, and
Um,
But back to the other point about Jap and all of them. And what was the subject about? He was saying people are simps going overseas to buy this, that, and other.
right.
right.
Well, the whole thing is, it ain't just about going over there and looking for the peak. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Yeah.
ain't nobody that's over there cares one looking for the P that's free. Cause the P that's free gonna give you something. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But for me, going overseas is more than a P. You know what I'm saying? It's the
Yeah.
INVs. It's the investments, the things that I was into. I just got out of meeting with Russell from Telemade Dreams talking about investments and stuff. But that's what I go for first. When I went to Sasua, I wasn't there for the P. I was there
Yeah.
for the envy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I forget what's the other guy's name, but I'm pretty sure he's familiar
Saba.
with the envy. Say that
Yes.
again? Oh
Saba.
well, okay, well, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with that.
Right.
And I'm I'm trying to look up a possible idea with seafood, possibly dealing with somebody on the beach with like big mamas.
Right.
If you're familiar with that down on Sasua Beach.
Right. Big mama down there, lady. Yeah, she knows a lot of people.
Right. But
Hmm.
it's not about the P for me. To me, that's like a byproduct of what I'm doing in Sasua.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See, God, somebody finally said, bruh, see, here's the perception. My fault to cut you off, brother Drees. But that's the thing. Like they acting like cats, like everybody on the panel is like going over here strictly for the P.
Because they
Like,
don't know.
okay, I'm gonna pay my plane ticket, and I'm gonna get my hotel or whatever. In my case, I stayed in the all inclusive, whatever. I'm going over there strictly for the P. I'm like, dude, seriously, man. Like, look, we was hitting the P back in the States, man. My thing is
Exactly.
this: world travel, like experience, being able to like again challenge yourself to go over to a foreign land that you haven't stepped foot on one day in your life, and to be able to live there and to exist there and to breathe there. You know what I'm saying? And to have people respect you there, man. It's like it's more than about the women, man. That's what cats are not
Right.
really understanding, man.
Right.
Not
And
just the
America,
women, man.
and America, not let alone America doesn't really respect black men. I mean, we got to worry about the police. I mean, I just stopped by the police. Hell, man, I ain't worried about getting shot.
Right. At the very least, you can get your way up out of there. You know what I'm saying? Even if
Exactly.
it'll take you a couple of pesos, man.
You know,
And then the
people.
last thing,
Go ahead.
no, I'm saying the last thing I mean, well, not the last thing I say, but okay, let's be real about this. The Caucasian man is the original tricker, the original simp.
You better
Before
No,
believe.
me, you,
he
between me, you, Drees, and Rich even got over to this foreign land, man. He was doing this type of stuff before we even learned about what a Sasua or Medellin or any place you can think of in the world. He was already doing this type of stuff. But all of a sudden, when the black man catches wind of what's going on, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's not all about the P. When we finds out what's going on, you know what I'm saying? Then and he partakes in those activities, then it's then all of a sudden the game is dirty. And y'all want to change it up and clean up the city and all this shit, man. Excuse my
See the
and
language.
the
Like
problem.
I said,
See the
it's funny to
problem.
and the
me.
piggyback
See the
off of
problem.
that.
The problem is in the black community, we all try to compete with each other. We all try to outdo each other. We all want to judge each other instead of just congratulating each other, helping each other, and just
Learning.
having more of an understanding of each other, man. We just run over each other and we think that, oh, this guy's going over here. He's just, you just judging people. And it's crazy, man. It's just, we can't just do something without being judged. And, every as Saba said earlier, man, every guy don't have the potential of getting a dime. I mean, you got some guys that he might be laid off, he might not have the best clothes or whatever. He might be a down point in his life, and he might can't get that dime piece. You know what I mean? So it's easy for somebody with an upper hand, like maybe Mr. Minister Jap. If he got an upper hand right now, he's got a lot of little things going on. Probably easy for him to get a female. Some of these guys out here, like some said earlier, some guys may be handicapped or they might have grew up in a house with all women. They don't know how to talk to females, but
I mean, and think about it on the piggyback on what you saying. Think about if you have a young son. Wouldn't you want him to be exposed to seeing something different?
Right.
I mean, would you want him to just be in the matrix and not know nothing else?
Settle. Just to settle. Right. You take what you're given. Here's a little scraps that you given. You make do the best you can. I mean, we had enough of that during the slave. Like I said, not to get too political, but we did enough of taking the worst and making it out of the best doing the slavery and Jim Crow thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I mean, at this point in time, we living in 2018, man. Let's face it, get over it. Black men got options.
And not
Right,
only
Seth?
that, just think about it like this too. If you were on a boat, right, and it wasn't no water, right, your ass will stop drinking the salt water, even though you know the shit gonna kill you.
Yeah, no shit,
and
man.
so,
Yeah.
and so, if there's an old saying, if there's dirty water and that's all you got, you'll drink it. You'll
Yeah.
drink it.
Yep.
If it's clean water though, what you gonna choose?
plain water.
You gonna yeah. No, I'm
And
gonna choose the clean water, man. Like, maybe my people instilled with me a little too much common sense, man. Like I said, again, it goes back to this, man. As far as like cats talking about tricking, simping, and all this, man, they actually getting mad at cats like me, you, and everybody on this panel and everybody that's listening who decides to travel. They get more pissed off at us for traveling and exercising our options than they are these cats on Instagram, Snapchat that are like co-signing these women who
Oh,
I mean they're the hoodest of the hood, most ratchet. And I ain't talking about
oh,
when I say hood, I ain't talking about just black hood. I'm talking about trailer rats. I'm talking about all that, man. Like they go on here and they will, I'll drink your bath water and all this, man. And they giving attention to women who do not deserve it. So what are you okay if you give a woman who experiences? I mean, you give a woman who has bad behavior, okay, and you still reward her, even though as bad as she can get, you still reward her with D and attention. You know what I'm saying? And what how is she supposed to change, man? What like consequence is there for her to change. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
these cats out here, man, the cats that are sitting here on social media blowing these chicks' head up who are like not wholesome women at all, but you making them feel like, okay, yeah, I was still, even though you drowned your baby in a tub or you threw your baby in the lake or, you know, then, but
Yep.
your ass is fat and your face is pretty. So I'm gonna drink your bath water and I'm gonna show you all type of attention and shit, man. Those are the cats, in my grand opinion, that are messing up the game for cats like us in the wilderness of North America. I'll be honest with you.
Well, when
Word.
you
And
said
to
that point,
piggyback,
go ahead. Go ahead.
and to
Go ahead,
piggyback
Rick.
off of something Shahai said a couple seconds ago about the white man being the original trick, that would that also kind of make the white man also like the uh number one uh deadbeat dad?
Yes, the original, the original.
Right,
Like what is
right.
that old commercial we saw when we was coming overseas? I learned it by watching you.
Yep,
Seriously,
Mm-hmm.
seriously,
yep.
Mm-hmm.
Because
no
he went
argument,
around the
man.
world doing that shit.
Yeah, man. Matter of
Right.
fact, he was doing, like I said, not to politicize, he was doing that shit in, the slavery days. Like, pumping and dumping black women, popping that seed up in that belly, man. And then, step back Jerome. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
That ain't
But you,
mine.
but,
You know what
right,
I'm
but you
right,
know,
saying?
right. Niggas say step
but you
back,
know,
girl. Go ahead.
regressing on what you're talking about, bro, about social media. You talked about it before, and that is huge, bro. What you're talking about, because what it does is it gives them an aura of, they could be fat as ass could be as big as two damn tires, but because they got the ass as big as two garages, right? But because
Hmm.
they got guys blowing them up, because guys will, let me say something to you women. Guys will tell you anything. Guys will tell you. I get girls sending me a photo like a friend or whatever. I feel, like because they want me to blow their head up. They want attention. And
Yeah.
so guys will say anything to you. Even if you're not fine, guys are going to tell you you're fine, women. That's madness.
Because they
And
don't
so
want
what
to hear the
happens is,
attitude.
yeah, guys will be like, "Oh, you look great." You know what I'm saying? And that leads to blowing their head up. So what you're talking about is that's a huge deal right there. And the same girl who's fat, ugly, everything, because she thinks her head is blowed up because of social media. I have to tell my daughters, and I'm gonna be a little bit vulgar. I said, look here now, everybody who got their dick out don't mean they like you, because
Yeah, man.
we as men will fuck you and hate your guts.
And I hate your gut. You right. You right.
Women got to get that shit through their head. Just because men give you attention don't mean they like your motherfucking ass. Most men don't like you. We don't like you.
Seriously.
So
Literally.
just and so women have to. I think I'm helping women by saying this. Stop it with the madness of just because some guy's giving you attention, saying you're fine, does not mean he likes you.
Yeah.
And so that social media blows their head up. There's some women, man, like I said, I was about to say they fat, ugly, whatever. You can't even speak to them, man. They won't speak to you back because they
Bruh.
got a million dudes blowing their head up on social media. So in their psychology, they think they fine.
Yes. Yeah. I mean that what you
Social
just said,
media.
like I've
Yeah,
experienced that. Let's be honest. I mean, well, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm not a big put it this way, if your ass if we laying in the bed, you get up out of the bed, man, and you walk to the bathroom and your ass is shaped like Homer Simpson, man. I can't look, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I got out of the bed. Look,
That's funny.
I faked it on the chick one time. Like I tried to get with like a big girl, man. And like I said, she got, and I'm telling you this exact scenario because it happened to me. You know what I'm saying? She got out of the bed, went to the bathroom, and all I could think about was Homer goddamn Simpson, man. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And
Not
I was like,
even
hey, man, I don't need to be here. I don't need to be here,
and,
man.
and
So
and women don't have the luxury of, like, men have the luxury. A man can think you're ugly as hell and still hit it.
Exactly.
They have to at least like you. We cannot like you and still have sex with you. We could hate you and still have sex with you. Dudes
Yep.
could be racist and still have sex with you. Dudes could not like black people and still have sex with you.
Yeah.
You know, you know. But I don't know.
No, you know it. You know 100% because you're speaking the truth. My fault. I'm
Man,
about
look,
changing the. I'm down to 15%. I got to change my battery here. Hold up. Go ahead,
All
though,
right, straight.
brother Juice.
man, look. They have lots of women out here who have let social media just ruin them, letting people bother them. You know, I mean, not bother them, let people bombard they should not have. Like that dark skinned bro that's black than a motherfucker. Like if one of y'all could close y'all right eye right now, like that with a big yellow ass wig on, and somebody told me, "Oh, girlie, you look good,"
Wow. Right.
and that propels them, or in this case, like sentences ago, emboldens you to become a complete and total asshole. Now,
Oh yeah.
fast forward to 2018, a lot of these people wear this shit and they think it's normal, simply because they think that it looks good, and it's just been years and years of it's them emboldened to be an asshole, but it took somebody to embolden them to be assholes. So just like
Right.
Fact.
we a lot of things that's going against, uh, we have a lot of shit going forward. So what needs to stop is the what's the word? Adulation or the admiration of bullshit.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know,
Right. And if you don't
I'm
believe
through.
that go ahead.
I'm through congratulating the bad bitch for being a bad bitch. I remember one time you couldn't call a black bitch bougie. Now they bad and bougie. I'm fucking confused.
Right. With a badge to go with it, man. Like yeah, that yeah,
And
that
Right.
shit.
see,
You know what I'm saying?
this is the thing of when
But
women. Go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead, bro.
I'm through. Go ahead. I'm catch on the next subject. I'm back up in the chat room right now. I
You
know it's
know,
been 2 hours,
if
but let me
I
give
know the
me a
chat
couple
going
words
down.
and go ahead and shut it down.
and see, this is the problem. This is the issue here. Women, when they get in relations, there's a lot of variables going. I put it to you this way: my mother, when she died, man, I was happy, and I'm an old dude, right? I'm not young, right? I was happy that I didn't have the opportunity to see different men jumping up and top on my mama. Okay, this is what because that affects boys. Women, in my opinion, can't be out there doing all this stuff like a man. I'm telling you, if I had to experience different men jumping up and down on top of my mama, it would affect my psychology as a man today. I'm
Yeah,
telling
man.
you.
I can understand that.
If I had to go through that. And so not only that, when you're a woman and you're like that, it's hard for you to secure a man. It's difficult for you to secure a dude because if you want to see how it affects women, look at all these old women you see out here single. All their husbands ain't died. They just was fuck machines their whole life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as a
Mm-hmm.
woman,
Tell my
it,
sister.
go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No, I was just adding in. You talking about Sister Maybelline them. I get it.
I don't know who
All
that
right.
You
is.
know,
Look,
all them old
okay.
folks that go to church together now.
Oh
I'm gonna
yeah,
raise a different subject.
That's all I'm saying.
all these old women who have been out here, men have gone through them, and most women don't want that. I would think most intelligent women don't want men to just a boyfriend
Yeah.
for 6 months and he gone, a boyfriend for a year and he gone, a dude just fucking her and he gone. And before
Yeah,
you know it, she an old
that's
bitch by
traumatic.
herself, and then and then there's some girls that knew how to keep a man, and she got his social security because he gone.
Let me
You know,
pose this question to you, brothers, man. Okay, let's reverse this, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, all that shit, man. Okay, on the other end, do you think if it, now I know this is far fetched as hell because it's not gonna happen. Women got a hard time even approaching a man, let alone saying what I'm about to say right now. if a woman were to go out here and to be, spending money on a man to bang, I know what happens, but not really, like that. Like if a woman was to go out here and to get a man to come through and smash $40, do you think that the shaming tactics will come out? Do you really think that? Do you think that?
Nope.
I don't either. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, it's bad enough that you got like again, we've come to the age to where thoughtism, or I mean, there's many words for being a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's many words, but at the end of the day, it all means the same. A woman can go through. You should not be like this. Like when my granddaddy was a gigolo. I'll be honest with you. I'm like that was his title. Even in the family reunion, the handbook, it was like gigolo and chicken thief. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it was kind of on the other end. If a woman was to be promiscuous or whatever, man, what you over? You sharpening your blade over there, man? Yo, but yeah, if a woman was to engage in the same activity, man, it wouldn't be like looked at. I mean, you was looked at as like the town hussy. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's like to put it this way, like I don't know, y'all see like pictures of your grandmothers, how they like all, they looking off into, and they all, look all wholesome and beautiful and shit like that. These women, like 50 years from now, the grandmother picture is gonna be a picture of your granny spreading it wide open, twerking and shit, man. Seriously, that's where we at right now, man. Seriously.
Tattoo in the middle of the back.
Come on, man. Like seriously, from crack to crack, man. So, like I said, of course the times have changed, and the thing is this: that's one thing to be sexually free. Cause look, I'll be honest with you, I'm cool with sexually free women. I love them. I love that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But to be celebrated and shit, you know what I'm saying, as the grand example of what all women should be. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. That's far fetched, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody should co-sign that shit. I mean, I really would love to find an old-fashioned woman who, like I said, she again, be sexually free. But you ain't got to show everybody, man. Be sexually free for me. And then, and I know that's far-fetched too because let's face it, the woman you with or the woman you been with is not that she's your woman, it's that it's your turn. That's it. Women got way more chances to F than we ever do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, I'm not a dumbass and sit here and be like, well, yeah, I'm looking for the woman who is wholesome. I'm looking for ain't no unicorn, man. You know what I'm saying? Like these women got D thrown at them. Let's face it. Okay, the average, even the ugly, you was talking about like the fat chick earlier today. Even that fat chick, let's say it's 365 days of the year, which it is. Let's say she's got D thrown at her every day for 365 days a year. So that's 365 times to get it on. Are you gonna think that she's gonna like turn down those all of those 300? She's not even gonna turn down half of that, a quarter of that, man. You know what I'm saying? So this whole idea where women are wholesome and I'm waiting for the right one, man. Ain't no right one, man. It's just your turn. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to like turn this too much off the subject of being a simp and being a trick just because you decide to travel and take your talents elsewhere, man. Let's stay on that, man. But that's
Right.
my, women ain't as wholesome. It's not sugar and spice. Everything nice, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not, especially these
Right.
days, for real.
Right. But I think a lot of, going back on the, guys are traveling, there was a study done, I think a couple of decades ago, like 1983. Y'all can look it up, Ransford and Miller. And it was like black men, I think, and it basically talked about what men wanted in America. And then black men came number one in wanting submissiveness and agreeability. And I think that's a part of the reasons why guys travel too. They want agreeability. They don't want to get in a car and it's too cold, it's too hot. I don't like that music. Turn the music down. I don't like this restaurant. So I think I think a lot of men are looking for agreeability.
Yeah.
Also
Peace. Black men want peace, man. And like I said, when I say men, I mean in every true definition of the word, a man. Like, what I'm saying? Those who take care of their household, who do what they got to do, well, I won't say do what they got to do, because there are some shit that you can do in the name of like, maintaining a household that all foul as hell. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, black men want peace, man. You know what I'm saying? Man.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So
And not only that, I mean, we die before everybody else.
yeah,
And
man.
so, one thing that isn't measured is the stress that we have in our lives from racism, from if you don't have a decent relationship, that causes stress on you. And at this point, a lot of brothers don't really need any stress in their lives, to be honest. So you keep saying peace, and you're definitely onto something, because when you have peace, you have less stress.
Yeah.
And that stress kills, bro.
Oh yeah.
That stress kills. That's that invisible killer.
That's I look, hey Drees and Rich,
Yeah.
hence
See,
his PVD. Like that's why I can't come back, from experiencing that shit, and they got PVD, man. It's like you over in it. I was like, when I was over
yeah,
there, man, 3 weeks ago. I mean, I was just wandering, and then you got to realize this is a country that's so-called dangerous. So, which I'm not gonna downplay that, man. Like, I'm sure you got your danger here in North America too, man. But I was walking around, just like I ain't had my piece on me. I ain't had my blade on me, man, which I usually do. I carry that. I
That's
carry like
funny.
North America. You can't. I won't be caught dead without that, man.
Where
But
you
I'm
from?
walking
What
out.
city you in? What city you in?
I'm in Lexington, Kentucky, brother.
Okay. Okay.
Hey,
Go
go
ahead.
Cats, go Cat. Ah, yeah,
Did they
yeah.
win today?
Look, huh?
Did the Cats play today? Did they win?
Yeah, man. Well, I left about because I wanted to catch this combo. Who was up like 35-20, so I'm assuming they pulled through. I hope they didn't, trick it off. So I'm
Oh,
gonna say yeah. You know what I'm saying?
when my
So
Bulldogs play y'all, man, we see y'all on the screen. We
Ah,
go ahead. We go ahead and
we don't
mark
want to hear that.
that
We don't want to hear all that.
shit. Go
We
ahead.
know you, man. Hey. Truth be told, Rich, not to change the subject. Y'all dogs gonna be, hey, man. Y'all should have had that championship last year. To be honest with you. But
Shut up.
y'all like the Atlanta Falcons. Y'all like, yeah. See, speaking of tricking off, yeah.
Hold on. Let me use my mute button, man. Hold on. Put my damn mute button there. I ain't
Nah,
never used
man.
the
But
mute button, but I had to mute that brother right
hey,
there.
man, just
Now
don't
you
time me
listen to
out like
me,
O'Shea,
goddamn it.
man.
I see you still over there talking. You don't know you're on mute, but goddamn,
Oh,
don't be on here talking about my goddamn stuff. I'm gonna O'Shea your ass, nigga. I'm gonna mute y'all, nigga. Don't come on here talking that shit. Put a brother in time out for a minute. Go ahead and speak on it, Drees. Drees you ain't got a word in. Go ahead, Drees.
Tree's doing something. He doing something. He doing something.
Oh, Drees off. I don't know what happened to it. I guess he jumped off.
Yeah.
Hey, Roy, you back on, man. Roy, I
Did he
put him
go?
I put him in mute, but I took him off.
You put him on mute for real? I thought you was lying, cause I actually heard him.
Yeah, I put him on mute for a second.
hey,
They go Dre right there.
all right,
That's crazy.
yeah.
That's
Can y'all
crazy.
see me now?
Yeah.
I think y'all can motherfucking see me. Y'all got this shit right. All right, man. Where y'all at, man?
Dre, you must be busy, bro.
Yeah, I had company and shit, man. Seem like when I get on the phone, that's when everybody want to fucking talk to me and shit. That's why I gotta get out of this matrix. Motherfucker can see you and sit next to you and say nothing to you for an hour, and as soon as you put your earphones on, motherfucker got questions. It's like I was sitting here the last hour doing nothing. What the do you want? You know, it's small shit now that bothers me when I get back from the trips. Once you come back into the matrix, you know what I'm saying? And that's what kind of prompts me to start doing filling these tickets. I done figured out some shit. I figured out some shit today to get I'm doing my tickets with Air Affordable because it seemed like I ain't satisfied till I bought me a motherfucking ticket. I ain't satisfied till I get me a ticket. I got me an Airbnb reserved. But, you know, when I'm in that mode, I know I'm leaving. Cause it's like small shit here that gets on my nerves now. Like how I went from seeing fine broad from back to back to back to now I'm walking around and I'm seeing.
That's funny.
Dude, I bullshit you not, bro. I swear. It was this woman that was like maybe 22 years old. You know, and I had just saw like a 22-year-old. Well, I actually saw like a 32-year-old with like 4, 5 kids out in Haiti. Body was flawless. You know, she had to put some little shea butter and sugar shit on her fucking belly, and her scratch marks was gone. You know what I'm saying? She was nice. This bitch was 22, bro. And when she sat down on a bench. Her stomach sat on her legs. Her titties sat on her stomach. I bullshit you not. This bitch
Damn.
was built like bleachers. You understand me? And I was like, this bitch looks
Built
like a
like
set of
what?
bleachers, man. A
So,
set of bleachers. I was like, my goodness. So
Oh, that's
if
funny.
that's
so if
what
my girl Doris is
I
watching,
serve with.
and that's why I'm posing to the group, to the WTU community. We will be going work out when we're in Medellin. I have a workout partner that named Doris. She said she'll take us some workers out. You know, so far I got me and Nick, we going, and we gonna be getting uh workouts.
That's fine. I'm
So
down with that. I'll be working out the chickens.
yeah,
I'm gonna
man,
get my
I'm bringing my
pre-workout on.
camera. Yeah, man, look, but it's gonna happen. But uh, once again, to anybody that's gonna be in Medellin, Colombia, in that time, that's gonna be there in that time frame of November 8th to 14th, feel free to reach out to August Hart on Facebook Messenger.
Right.
That's what's up. August Hart. Y'all can donate too. You know what I'm talking about? Tell them, man, they can donate to the cause.
Yeah.
Tell the brother a
They can
dollar.
donate to the cause of music, editing, and all things travel as long as you donate to PayPal.me/ Andre Hart. That's ANDREHART. $5, $2, $1, something. But it
Hey,
all goes toward all things travel, music, and editing.
that's right.
I'm looking forward to the next. I was looking forward to the next Dree Speaks because I'm waiting on my equipment to come in for that. You know, I'm about to do some stage and lighting stuff for my Dre Speak. So if there's anybody that hasn't subscribed to the Dre Hart page, feel free to do so at this time. You know, that's DREHART. Yeah, or I'm pretty sure my link is in the description box. Probably.
Well, I'm
But
gonna
just look
make
for
sure
Dre
it's
Hart
in
on
there.
YouTube.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure it's in there. I think I added it in after the fact because I had a lot of problems getting online tonight. So I think I tried to edit and put it in there. Yeah, it's in there now. So PayPal me, Dre Hart, something like that. Right. I got your links on there. They can go to your page and donate also. And so everything all good. Y'all want to donate to me, donate to paypal.com/DR, or you can donate Cash App at RBS Autoworks. So it's all good. Anyhow, fellas, I'm about to end this
All right,
live, man.
man.
So
I
any
enjoyed.
last words, man?
Well, just remember, man, these hoes are winning. You gotta quit giving them your sperm. Stop skeeting in these hoes. They hoes. Alright? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, quit. When you get to them last seven humps, fake it and walk to the bathroom and stay in there for about the next 5 minutes. You'll be all right. You don't need that baby. You don't.
It's
Remember, these
funny.
hoes are winning. You
Yes.
travel,
Yeah.
but to the what's his name? To the hymns of the world, it's more than pussy out there.
Yes.
If you go out there with more than pussy on your mind, you'll accomplish more than pussy. All right?
Right.
It's more than pussy. It's also about a peace of mind. When I was walking in Medellin, that place that my mama and them, my dad and them, my uncles and them, oh, you better not go out there. They selling dope. They doing this. They doing that. I said, well, motherfucker, walk outside. I walk outside. Guess what? They doing the same this. They doing the same that. I might as well take my mucker ass to motherfucking Columbia. Sorry for not keeping it PG. But when I was walking at 2 in the morning and realized I had looked over my shoulder, that's when I realized the aura of the matrix has left. And that's another part of the peace of mind that you gonna miss when you were in that funeral procession ride your ass back to the airport. As if you about to bury your happiness as you head back into the matrix airspace. So that said, for the pay for play, hey, the way I look at it,
That's their focal point. Their focal.
Go ahead, something.
I knew. Hold up, I knew somebody was gonna cut me off. Damn it!
Well, you still going? Go ahead.
But at the end of the day, I understand the pills for free and all of that. Try some, buy some, whatever your decree. But to buy pussy or to not buy pussy, there's no in between. To buy pussy or to not buy pussy, just do one thing: make sure it's clean. Stop dick policing. Stop riding the next man's dick and go get the pussy that you want to get to satisfy yourself. This is Drees Jedi.
All right, Jedi. We'll check you out later. What's your last words? AZ.
Yeah. I kind of think it's a layered thing. I wish Jack would come on and talk with us, but hopefully that'll be a good thing. Um, uh, we gotta you do what makes us happy, man. We ain't here, but for so long as black men, we die before everybody else. We're ain't nobody else living has shorter lives in America than black men. So we gotta enjoy our lives. So and not be worrying about what other people are doing. That's my last words.
That's what's up. Well, my last words are real simple, man. Work hard, play hard, do what you want to do with your money, man. Just be smart with it. Don't give it all away. But just do whatever you feel like doing, man. One life to live, YOLO. Um, y'all want to email me? Hit me up, Sasua Dominican Republic at yahoo.com. Taking a Columbia trip November 8th through the 14th. Y'all email me. Got the WhatsApp group that's popping real good right now. Anybody interested in getting in, gotta email me and we'll talk about it. Have a good weekend, fellas. Good holidays. Those that celebrating Labor Day or whatever. Talk to y'all later. Peace out.